In this episode, we travel to Medellin, a city with a dark history that made a massive change. Join us for more inspiration to visit this part of Colombia. But first, this is me, Kim. There is Bart, and here is Liz, our little explorer. We sold everything to explore these beautiful places with our tiny 33-foot sailboat, Tranquility. Last week we went on our first inland trip in Colombia to Minca, where there are very beautiful hikes, also doable with a toddler. We have planned a 12-day trip to get to know more of Colombia. Our first stop will be Medellin, the second largest city in Colombia. From Santa Marta it takes you approximately 1 hour with a plane to get there. Taking an inland flight is easy and not too expensive.
Liz.
Good morning. We are ready for our tour through Commune 13 in Medellin. Our guide will pick us up at the hotel and then we will look around the town, the city. A big city with almost 4 million people, 5 million people. So it's really big. The reason why we do this tour with a guide and a private tour is two. One, Medellin is now a really beautiful city, but it has a very dark history. So to get to know more about that history, but also what happened to become this beautiful city, we like to hear that from a tour. And second, we travel with Liz, and to not be in a rush with a group, we choose a private tour. Around here.
Just this area in the stadium.
The stadium is the center of all other sports. Yeah.
Louise is our guide and picks us up at our hotel. First we will do a small tour around some graffiti projects before we go to Commune 13, where the real tour starts. Medellin is known for her graffiti art. A good way to travel through the city is with public transportation, with metros and cable cars. It is easy, not expensive and clean.
This area is very busy. Focus of the violence was the place we're going to visit.
Luis, his wife, was born and raised in the Commune 13, so he has a lot of stories to tell us. It is not imaginable how it was to grow up in the second dangerous city in the world. This part was so violent because of the drug cartels, gangs and guerrilla. There were daily shootings and dead bodies on the street. Also, one of the most violent military operations took place here in 2002 to end the violence.
All the bodies are buried. The people believe that they still are buried there because many people disappeared during these dangerous times. They say, where is my son? Where is my daughter? Probably nobody has found those bodies, but people know that those bodies were taken to that area. That's called la explora.
But it took another 10 years before a truce was made. In the meantime, the government invested in the area with cable cars and escalators, so it was easier for the people to move around. Commune 13 is located on the hills, so a lot of steep streets. Of course, we have to keep in mind that those investments were not without protest, because some houses were in the way, so people had to move.
hidden behind their houses. And look at the colors of Colombia, yellow, blue, and red. And all the blood that was spilled during that awful operation.
Nowadays, it is a very touristic place and creative neighborhood. It is known for the beautiful graffiti on the walls. All the art tells a story, and it's impressive to see how many stories there are told. Besides the art, there is also a lot of music and dancing. Of course, we cannot leave without some snacks. Luis let us taste some typical snacks, like a buñuelo, a fried dough fritter,
Like the buñuelo?
Yellow.
Yellow.
Buñuelo, let's say.
Pink yellow.
Buñuelo.
Pink yellow. Pink yellow. Pink yellow.
Nice.
an
Empanada.
empanada,
Yeah, empanada.
Empanada.
and
What's it called?
Paleta
Paleta
de mango biche.
paleta de mango piche. Piche. Paleta de mango piche. And some lime with salt. Really good. Really good.
Commune 13 is probably a controversial place, but it changed from a no-go area because of the violence to a much safer place, which tourists can visit. A massive change in the past 10 years, but the memories of the past are still very raw. And how was the tour with Liz? It was absolutely doable, but 4 hours of walking, listening and standing is long for a toddler. So a small power nap before we head out for dinner.
Well, today we're going to do something else. It's a very big city, Medellin, and yeah, we are traveling with a toddler. So I think normally everybody would go for the next tour or the next part of the city. Yeah, we have to entertain Liz as well, because yesterday was not very Liz day. She had to walk with us. And well, what do we do to entertain her? Well, she can get a lot of ice cream during the way, or little snacks during the way, but that's it. So today is going to be Liz Day. It means we're going to Parque Explora. We're going to find out what that is, but it's supposed to be a scientific park with all kinds of cool things to do for children. So let's see how this day works out.
Parque Explora is located in the north of Medellin, close to the Botanical Garden. It is an interactive science museum focusing on education. There's an aquarium based on the Amazon, a playground and several interactive exhibitions. It was really fun to spend the day here.
In the evening we went to a restaurant, Alambic, located in the neighborhood El Poblado. The entrance does not look like a restaurant at all. You come in through a weird, shabby-looking hallway to find yourself in a beautiful inner garden. A stair will bring you to the restaurant, which has a beautiful view over the streets. The scenery, ambience, service and food are just so good. The neighborhood El Poblado is the most visited part of Medellin and really busy. Lots of restaurants, lots of cool, new, fusion places to drink. But for us it was a little too crowded. We prefer Laureless. What did you do, Liz?
Our final day in Medellin, and today we will visit the historical center with Plaza Botero, and we want to go to Parque Arvi. In order to get there we will make use of the full public transportation availabilities in Medellin. Walk 20 minutes, take 2 metro lines and 2 cable cars.
I'm sleeping today. I like sleeping in a picture here.
So we just took the cable car to the Parque Arvi, and this is a hidden gem. We didn't know this about Medellin. We got this from our guide Luis, and he told us like, yeah, if you want to do a nice gondola ride, a nice cable car ride, go up to Parque Arvi. It's like a national park, lots of trees, nature, and you cross it. So it was a very long ride, and we come over these beautiful green hills, but we went up to 2,400 meters, and Medellin is at 1,500 meters, so it's pretty cold up here. So you can walk through the park. That will cost you like 4,000 pesos per person to go into nature, and if you stay on the tracks, we just want to go for dinner. It's free. We found this very small restaurant. It's like a relaxing place, and it's beautiful.
Wacht, Liz, kom eens terug met mama. Even terug. It's so cute. It's really peace and quiet.
Where is Liz? Where are you? Little one. Little one. Elsa. Elsa.
Oh, it's way too cold here. It's like Christmas. I should have dressed warmer. Oh.
Oh! Did you cut? Liz, you come over there. We have a blanket.
Only Christmas songs. And yeah, perfect.
Snow maybe?
No, no snow. This is enough cold. What is it?
Some rice pudding. And this is a maracuja cake.
Nice and sweet.
Nice and sweet. It was too cold, or we were underdressed to explore the park further. But if you have the chance, you should definitely visit the place. The surrounding is beautiful. All the way down we stopped at metro station Parque Arvi, the historical center, to warm up again and have a look at the Botero statues. It was a short visit. We thought it was too crowded and we have seen nicer city centers. The final night we stayed in Laureless. We like this neighborhood. It is very green, not too touristic, and has a lot of very nice restaurants. We think this is the ideal place to stay as a family. If you want to go for some nightlife, we recommend to stay in El Poblado. We enjoyed our time in Medellin. It is not the most beautiful city, but it has surprised us with its very green streets and hip and cool places. A must see. Well, this was it. If you have any questions, please let us know. And for now, goodbye and thank you very much for watching. Fair winds to you all.